So this is our normal application homepage where we have the navigator and the springboard. And from here, you will be able to go to the setup and maintenance. So we go into setup and maintenance. So for that, you can search for, if you type here descriptive and you search, you will get a list of descriptive flex fields here. Okay. We'll first start with descriptive flex field and then I'll be showing you how we do the key flex field. So these are the different descriptive flex fields. From the name, you can make out on which screens these will be available. So let's say legal entity or organization structure or grade flex field or workforce, person, employment. So these are all different screens or different forms where you can see. Let's go for person descriptive flex fields. So when I go into person descriptive flex field, I can see all these are different person related descriptive flex fields where I can see the details. Okay. So again, these are different screens, national identifier, person addresses, image, name, type usage, religion, tasks, checklist, visa permit. When you do these practices, everybody please don't do it on the same screen. It will get cluttered and it will exhaust all the fields that are there. Okay, use different ones. Let's say I use person contact relationship. For this, I go into the screen. This is the manage person descriptive flex field. This icon is for editing. Okay. Now, let me just take a few minutes to explain this page. Like you have actions. Through the action, you can do an edit, you can deploy, you can validate, and you can download the FlexField archive. For view, you can see about this record. About this record tells you when was it created and when was it last updated. Then columns, you can choose to display or all or some of them. Like if you want to switch off something, let's say deployment error message you don't want. Okay. So you see this deployment error message will disappear. If you don't want to show deployment date, you can click on the deployment date and this will disappear. Got it? Then you have the format. Format is basically for resizing and for wrapping up. If you have a too wide screen, then you can do this. You can detach this also. So from the main form, it will get detached and it will fill up your entire screen. And you can sort the data. If you have lot of data, you can sort it by ascending, descending, or by some other condition. You can reorder the columns. Like if you want to have the type in the beginning, you can push it up. Or this description you want right at the top, you can push it up. Okay. Or right at the bottom, you can push it down. And type, maybe I want to bring it down. So I have name. So I just set it to whatever it was originally. And two columns I had hidden, I can bring them back by clicking on deployment date. So the date comes back and deployment error message. So the error message also comes back. Now, if I want to add a new flex field, I first need to edit, add the fields, save it, and come back and deploy it. Okay, these are the steps. So deployment comes at the last. First, I will click on edit. I get all the context and global segments. Global segment means they will always display. So contact relationship. let's say I want to hold the contact email. Okay. So I'll start with SP contact email. Always use your name prefix so that you know you have created it. Let's say character. Value set, it can be a free text field because contact email, again, email can be anything. It's not always possible to have a free text field. So I'll just use this maybe 30 characters or 150 characters. And let's see what is the type of value set. When you click on view value set, you will get details about this value set. So it says format only. That means it will only ensure that the data is there. What type of data? It has to be text and maximum length is 150 characters. So save and close. And if you come here, you can see the prompt. This prompt is what will appear on the screen. Okay, this is what the users will see. Usually later on you will see, now it's fine, but later on you will be taking this off. SP, it looks a bit odd on the screen, but we'll keep it like that. This is the table column which gets automatically selected. If you click here, you will see how many are there. Maximum number you can see. Okay. So if you scroll down, you can see the maximum number is 20, 30. So the maximum is 30. In some cases, it might be more or less. This is the display size. You can control the display size also. Maybe I only want to display 20 characters. Otherwise, often these fields become very, very big. So then I save and close this. And then I deploy it. Wait for a few minutes. It will deploy. If there are any errors, it will show here. After you rectify the errors, you can again submit it for deployment. Completed successfully. Done. So where will we see it? We'll see it on the contact relationship screen. Okay. Where do you see the contact relationship? Unless you sign out and sign back in, sometimes you need to close the browser and refresh it because it is held in the cache. So it's not always that you get it immediately. You might have to do a couple of iterations of sign out, sign in, or closing the browser, going back in. If I go into my client groups, I get person management. This is where all employee information is shown. Person information rather, it shows employee contacts and let's say we look for somebody called John and so all the Johns in the application will appear if you go by keyword. You can also search by name. You can put a John and you can see. Let's say this one, I want to go into, I can go from the actions. Okay, you can see these are all segregated. I'll go to contacts first. Person. And this is the contact and the contact relationship. Okay. So for this person, if I'm creating a contact means emergency contact or somebody related to the person. See here, my SP email, contact email is shown. One extra field. Initially, this field will not be there. When I configure it, that is when it will come. All right. So maybe I am putting in a brother here. So he's what's his name? His name is John something, right? John. Yeah. Contact email address, John. Gary at gmail.com. Okay. And then you can say okay. Any mandatory field system will enforce